Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, will you start the Mangala Charanam prayers?
Yes Prabhuji. Sure. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जयो श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. So, very happy Radhashtami to everyone. I hope you have all taken advantage of this very special day of the appearance of Srimati Radharani, who is specially very dear to Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Actually, until the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, worship of Radharani was not very popular, not very common, very rare. Very rare it used to be, and hardly people knew. And people had all kinds of wrong understanding about Radha Krishna. So it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who revealed the glories of Srimati Radharani, and he brought the concept to popularity. That is Yugala Murti. Yugala Murti means Radha and Krishna together. It's one deity. So one deity is in two forms. So actually they are actually one person. So Krishna has unlimited energies. And out of that, the most important is Hladini Shakti, because this is the potency by which Krishna enjoys. We say Krishna is always Atma Rama. He's enjoying within himself. That's why he's completely independent. He doesn't need anyone's support for his happiness. That happiness of Krishna, which is his Hladini Shakti, she manifested by the will of Krishna as Srimati Radharani. So that's why no one can hope to satisfy Krishna and attract him without the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is able to completely satisfy the Lord. So Radharani places a little drop of her own love for Krishna in the heart of devotees. And that is what attracts Krishna to come, like a honeybee is attracted to a drop of nectar. It is a love of Srimati Radharani which is manifesting in the hearts of devotees, which is actually attracting Krishna. So that way, for all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we approach Krishna through Srimati Radharani. It is with her grace that we can ever hope to approach Lord Sri Krishna. And she's complete in herself. She's called Mahabhava Swarupini. She's complete in herself. She is the counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. So as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, our aspiration is to enter into the Braja pastimes, Vrindavan pastimes, and that too especially in the Madhurya pastimes, which is between Krishna and Radharani. And that's why our Mahamantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radharani's name is Hara, like Radha, Hara represents Srimati Radharani. It represents the internal energy of Krishna. And in Sanskrit, when we call someone's name, it turns like that. Radha will become Radhe, Ganga will become Gange, like that. Hara will become Hare. So actually, we should remember when we chant the holy name, we are actually calling upon Radha Krishna. Through Hare, we are calling Srimati Radharani. And by saying Krishna, there is a call for Krishna. And when we say Rama, we are not calling Parshuram or Ramchandramurti or Balram. Rama means the giver of pleasure. So Radha Raman, for example, he's actually, Acharyas explained that actually the word Rama in the Mahamantra represents Radha Raman, one who enjoys Srimati Radharani or one who gives pleasure to Srimati Radharani, Radha Raman. So that way, Krishna and Rama represent Krishna only. Krishna means one who is attractive. And again, within Krishna also, the sound Na, that represents, the syllable represents pleasure only. So he attracts and gives pleasure, that's Krishna. And Rama, again, he is one who is enjoying with Srimati Radharani. So the entire Mahamantra is a call by the soul to the Supreme Lord and his internal energy to engage us in their transcendental pastimes. So Hare, we should, when we say Hare, we should realize that we are calling Radhe. We are calling the internal energy of the Lord. It's an invitation, not simply chanting the name. It is calling. So when you call somebody, can you call inattentively? So we should become very alert when we are actually chanting the Mahamantra, that we are actually calling. And when we call and they say, okay, why did you call? And we are inattentive, we are not even looking at them. That would be very a sad situation, right? So that's why we say the holy name has got all power, but we should try to chant it more attentively with feeling. So that's what the very special nature of this day, Srimati Radharani's appearance day. And all our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, they are all Manjaris. So they are all part of the Radharani's pastimes only. The retinue, the group of Sakhis and Manjaris, they are all the support of Srimati Radharani. And Manjaris are the supporters of the Sakhis. And Sakhi, among the Sakhis, Lalita Sakhi is the one under whom Rupa Manjari leads unlimited number of Manjaris and reports to Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi is the one you will see in the temple standing next to Lord Krishna. She is Lalita Sakhi and she heads all the Manjaris. So this is the speciality of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. There is no parallel in any of the other Sampradayas. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya has this very special nature that we know almost the names of our Acharyas, the Manjari name of our Acharyas, starting from Rupa Manjari downwards. All the Shad Goswami's names we know. We know the name of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. We know the name of Gaur Kishoredas Babaji. And when it comes to Srila Prabhupada, the people were confused. Who is Prabhupada? So there are two incidents I would like to mention to you, which I have heard when devotees speak. One incident is when his American disciples, they asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, who are you really? Who are you really? Please tell us. And Prabhupada said, if I told you, you will faint. That's all. Prabhupada didn't reveal more than that. If I told you my real form, you will faint. That Prabhupada said. And again, in Bhubaneswar, Gaur Govind Maharaj, you may know about him. If you don't know, please try to know about him. He's a Oriya devotee, born Vaishnava just like Srila Prabhupada. He disappeared with the Lord's name on his lips while he was giving Bhagavatam class, an amazing person himself, whom Prabhupada gave first and second initiation simultaneously, knowing his nature. Some of his other devotees were surprised. Prabhupada, you are seeing him for the first time, and you are straight away offering first and second initiation. Prabhupada said, you don't know who he is. I know. Like that Prabhupada. And this Gaur Govind Maharaj was asked about Prabhupada. And some of the people expressed, perhaps Prabhupada is a Gopa. He may be a Gopa, friend of Lord Sri Krishna in Sakha Rasa, like that. Then Gaur Govind Maharaj laughed. And he said, when Prabhupada came to Bhubaneswar and stayed with me, I think Prabhupada stayed with him for almost a month when he was in a shed only. Gaur Govind Maharaj was translating Prabhupada's books into Oriya. And Prabhupada came there and stayed with him for a pretty long time. He says, at that time, I saw his Manjari form. Prabhupada displayed his Manjari form to me. So don't go into all kinds of mental speculation. But only thing we still don't know is what is the Manjari name of Srila Prabhupada. That he is a Manjari is already confirmed. So we are extremely fortunate to be belonging to this movement. And if we don't take full advantage, okay, Neha Vikramana Swasti, whatever little we do, it will never be lost. But then being here 50 years, less than 50 years after the departure of Srila Prabhupada, and 500 years of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and 5,000 years of Lord Sri Krishna, original personality of Godhead, that happens only once in the lifetime of, once in a day of Brahma. Only once in a day of Brahma. So that rare opportunity, we should try to utilize it. That's what Prabhupada said. When people ask Prabhupada, it is said that the spiritual master will ensure that every one of his disciples will go back home, back to Godhead. Even if it means taking more rebirths, Prabhupada confirmed yes. But Prabhupada said, don't make me come back again and again for you. Make this your last life and come back to the spiritual world. There is nothing really in this world for you to aspire for. Finish your business and come back. That's what Prabhupada said. Even sometimes when people said, for the sake of preaching, for giving Krishna to others, maybe we have to come back and all that. Prabhupada very strongly said, do your work now. Don't plan to come back here to this material. A person like Prabhupada, who is a very powerful preacher, but even he did not recommend for us to plan to come back here again. We have this lifetime, let us do the best we can. But planning to come back again and again for whatever reason, Prabhupada does not encourage. So, with these few words, let us enter into today's session. Does anyone want to say anything before we proceed? Hare Krishna. Anything that you want to comment or ask, anything like that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I would like to ask you, Prabhuji, as to what you exactly mean by saying, hope you use the opportunity of celebrating Radhashtami well. So what should we exactly be doing on Radhashtami?
Thank you. Nice question. Actually, as you're saying that
Prabhuji,
yeah.
Sorry, Prabhuji, sorry to interrupt you. I also wanted to tell that only by your motivation, I have started doing 16 rounds, at least for the last whole week. And today I have done 21 rounds, Prabhuji.
I am grateful to you. I know under what situations you are struggling. And that much Krishna will definitely reciprocate your seriousness in increasing your chanting. Definitely. Each of us is placed in some peculiar situations and each of us is struggling. But then there are definitely some devotees who have extraordinary struggles to go through. But everything is within the plan of. So if you really make that effort, Krishna will reciprocate with you. Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. That is very encouraging.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, today I was not feeling well. I had severe throat pain, cough, and fever, and all those things. So I was not able to celebrate Radhashtami. I had a plan to go to temple this morning. That also I was not able to go. So whole day just went off like that. I was not able to do anything for. Just did Mangala Aarti in the morning. That's all. After that, I just kept some milk. That's all. Some fruits. And I was not able to celebrate anything and do anything for Radha Rani Mata. So can I celebrate it again on some other day after I become okay, or what should I do? I was not able to go to the temple.
Definitely, that's a very good proposal because in fact, many of the temples or many of the devotees and congregations will continue to celebrate Radhashtami for another 15 days time. They will continue to celebrate in the local congregations. So that way you can also find out if there is any celebration anywhere, you could definitely join them. So actually it's basically a mood. So even within all our constraints, we should remember that it is the consciousness which is required in this kind of a celebration. So whatever may be our situation, whatever may be our limitations, we should try to turn our consciousness towards Srimati Radharani. And of course, while saying this, I am acutely aware that when you are having some physical ailments, our mind will go back there only. If I have a severe headache or a stomach ache or a toothache or whatever it is, my mind will definitely be dragged there. But that time only we should remember what Kulashekara Alvar prays, Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Pancharantam, Advaitame Vishadum, Manasa Raja Hamsam, Pranaprayana Samaye, Kavapada Pitta, Kantavarodana Vido Smaranam Putasti. Kulashekara Alvar prays, he was a great king, and he is praying, oh Krishna, now my body is fit, now my consciousness is clear. Please take me now. Please let me merge in you now. Merge in you means in devotion. Let me merge in your lotus feet, your feet which are like lotus stems, like a Raja Hamsa. Let me just get entangled within your lotus feet and forget myself. Let me lose myself. Now I am fit. Now I can meditate on you. So whenever we are sick or ill, we should realize how serious will be our last moments. We have a small headache or a body ache and we are not able to do bhakti. Please realize that. It is a wake-up call for all of us because our body is actually having so much control on our consciousness, correct? Actually, the body is within our consciousness only. In our dream, we have a different body. And in our deep sleep, we have no body. But this body, when we are in consciousness of the body, it can create all kinds of problems. So that's why when we are fit, we should realize any day when we don't have any aches or any problems in our body, we should know this is a special gift from Krishna. Let me use it to the fullest. That day we should not use for sense gratification, talking, wasting our time, seeing this, hearing that, and all that. We should know every fit moment that we have is a special gift of Krishna. Let that moment be given to Krishna. Let us return it to Krishna by remembering it. So that way, this is a wake-up call, which is also good. No, Radharani is waking you up, saying, look, every day don't think you will be all that fit. Any day, sometimes they postpone. Today I will do something. Tomorrow I will do something. My father used to say this. My father used to say 16 rounds he would postpone. I will do tomorrow. But then when the tomorrow came, he was not fit. He could not do. Then he said, I realized that now no more postponing. And he did 16. He picked up Krishna consciousness in his 80s. My father was already 80 when he came to Krishna consciousness. And he lived till 89. And he chanted 80 rounds. He started chanting 80 rounds. He stopped everything else. He just heard a few lectures. And some devotees visited our home and they spoke to him. And he became convinced, even though he's a Smarta Brahmana, very orthodox Mayavadi background, no? Advaita, Shankaracharya's background. But still he picked up. He said, yes, this is correct. Whatever he's saying is true. And he started chanting 80 rounds. So his beads, became so polished, so beautifully round and so smooth to the touch. By constantly he was holding the beads in his hand till his last. So that way, let us wake up ourselves. Yeah, everything that happens like this is a wake up call.
Actually, why it's happening like this? Because I was having this cold for 4 or 5 days.
Don't go into that kind of a research. It will not help you at all. Whatever happens to us, it is our karma only. There is no one we can blame. If I am falling sick today, if I have a headache today, it's all the results of my karma. There is not much to read into that. But yeah, an intelligent person will turn everything to their advantage. So even a sickness can be turned to our advantage by treating it as a wake-up call. Oh, let me not waste my time anymore. Today I was not well. I could not remember God. Whatever I wanted to do, I could not do. So in future, I will not waste any time. That's all. Don't try to research into that more and more. No need. Nothing will be gained. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So let us enter into today's session. So now Prabhupada is next to Surat and Prabhupada is now coming to Allahabad, Kumbh Mela.
Prabhuji, you were answering my question.
Huh? Yes, Mataji?
Prabhuji, you were answering my question actually. At that time, I interrupted you and we lost track. I had asked you, Prabhuji, what exactly we want us to do on Radha.
Same thing. No, it's same thing.
The
There's
same thing.
nothing
Okay,
more to add.
Yes,
Radha
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
represents Krishna's internal energy, which gives him happiness. And she is the connection to Krishna for us. And as we are all Manjaris, Bhav, we hope to achieve by following the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. Someday we want to enter into the Goloka pastimes as Manjaris, that we will get entrance there. That entrance is controlled by Srimati Radharani. She is the ultimate pleasure potency of the Lord. And if we can have even a little drop of that mood of Radharani in our heart, Krishna will be attracted. And Prabhupada says, the Acharya says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, even a little particle of one drop is sufficient to drown the whole world in Krishna Prem. That is the power of that. It has so much potency to attract Krishna. So that is what we are going to pray to Srimati Radharani for. And our own Mahamantra, the word Hare represents an invitation to Radharani. Radharani's name is Hara. And when I say Hare, I am calling her. So Hare, Krishna, Rama, all these are invitations to the Supreme Deity. And you invite for what? Please engage me in your pastimes. I want to serve you. So that is the mood of chanting the Mahamantra. So now we shall go into this Ardha Kumbh Mela. Srila Prabhupada gets a chance to go to Kumbh Mela. Now sometimes people will talk like this. What they will talk? Even Prabhupada went to Kumbh Mela, so why we should not go? We should also go like that. Have you heard like this? People talking? Prabhupada went, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sri Sailam, which is the Shiva temple. So we should also go. Because we should visit all Shiva temples. And Mahaprabhu visited even Muruga temples. He visited Ganesha temple. So we should also go to all these temples. So if someone says, what will be your answer?
Prabhu, Hare
Yes.
Krishna. But
Right.
Prabhupada didn't encourage all these things. So we have to follow only what Prabhupada advised us, no, Prabhuji.
Correct.
He didn't encourage this either demigods worship and all that because.
Right.
So
what about Kumbh Mela? What about Kumbh Mela?
Kumbh Mela, now only I'm hearing, Prabhuji. I didn't know about that. So
Oh, it's a big thing. Once in 12 years, Kumbh Mela, and once in 6 years, it's called Ardha Kumbh. And it's very, very famous. People from all over India go, and sometimes they hold Kumbh Mela in the river Krishna also. In Godavari, they hold, in Kaveri, they hold, in many rivers. But Allahabad.
Mela is celebrated for which god, Prabhuji?
It is, nectar comes in that water at that time. And anyone who takes bath in that water, anyway, we will hear it now. We will be seeing.
Okay.
So basically, what Mataji said is correct. We should follow what the Acharyas have told us. We should not imitate them like, okay, he went to Kumbh Mela, so we should also go. He went to this place, we should. It's not like that. Prabhupada has very clearly told us that we should be completely loyal to Radha and Krishna. There is no need for us to go to anything else which is to do with other demigods or for other dharmartha, kama, moksha, the 4 kinds of purusharthas. We are not interested in that. We are not interested in those things. And Prabhupada says that a devotee is already liberated. So dharmartha, kama, moksha has no meaning for him. So what Prabhupada did is not to be imitated, but the mood we have to take. And what Prabhupada instructed is what is more important for us. So Prabhupada went to Kumbh Mela. Why? To give darshan to maximum number of people, to help maximum number of people to hear the holy name, to take darshan of Radha Krishna, and to hear his lectures. That's a holy man visits these places not to get purified. A holy man goes to purify these places. These places become purified by the visit of holy people. So that way, Prabhupada visiting there is to give mercy to others. So when we go, are we going to give mercy to others? So that way we can go. We can also go to Kumbh Mela for book distribution. Not that when the Shahi Snan happens, I should also jump into the water. There will be 10 lakh people in the water. I should be there at that moment. This kind of thing is not necessary. The mood is to give Krishna to others. Not that I should also take the Shahi Snan. I was in Allahabad, but so I should also take bath at that moment. Then we are getting trapped by what you call material energy. We are, because that will give you heaven or liberation, which a devotee doesn't want. Okay, so Prabhupada is there in Kumbh in January 1971. You can imagine very cold for India, especially in North India, Allahabad. It was really cold, constantly drizzling, foggy, cramped in the sense devotees everywhere, pilgrims are all over the place. And they had a very good tent, but the government had allotted a very good tent for the Western devotees and for Srila Prabhupada. It was quite a big tent, but no facilities inside. So the devotees went first, Prabhupada came later. Why Prabhupada came later? In between, from Surat, Prabhupada went to Bombay, and Prabhupada went to Calcutta, and from Calcutta, Prabhupada came to Kumbh Mela. In the meantime, other devotees went directly from Surat to Kumbh Mela. That's why Prabhupada was a little late. And why did Prabhupada go to Calcutta? Two reasons. One thing, all the books that come from Dai Nippon, they were stuck there because of the port strike. Usually, always Calcutta strike. So Prabhupada made sure that the books are taken and stored in Scindia House, that shipping company, it was stored there. Then Prabhupada was satisfied. Then he came. And while coming, he brought two deities also. So that was the reason Prabhupada went. So whatever, one moment also Prabhupada will never waste. That we should always know. So this camp, they have a tent. It's in a good location, but there are no facilities at all. It's a flimsy tin shed. There is no heating. Imagine that temperature must have been below 10, right? Or maybe 10, or I don't know. The temperature is not mentioned, but it must have been quite cold. And tin shed only. Kitchen is only a tin shed. No toilet facilities. No heating. No, Westerners are used to some heating, right? No heating facility. And they had to do, the devotees who reached first before Prabhupada came, they spread durries on the floor inside the tent for Prabhupada to sit and devotees to sit. And they had to build their own fires, both for warming themselves and for cooking purposes. They had to build their own fire. That means they had to bring firewood or coal, whatever. They had to only collect it. And they had to collect own vegetables. Imagine, millions of people have come to that one place, which was only few days ago, it was just the river bank, empty river bank. The rivers are flowing, Ganga, Yamuna flowing visibly, and Saraswati, Antarvahini, invisibly. So that's that Prayag area. And that is where, on the just a sandy bank, river bank. But now completely covered with tents. So where the vegetables will come from, where to go and fetch? And these are all Westerners. They have to go bargain and buy vegetables, and they have to do their own washing. Water is so cold, but they have to do washing. So everything they had to do. In addition to that, they had to preach to the public and cook and distribute prasadam. Cook not only for themselves. Prabhupada would always say, morning to evening, prasadam distribution should go on. So that was also happening. So the Westerners who had come just now from Surat, where they were treated like royal princes, where they stayed in life members' luxurious homes, and they were served so nicely by the life member family and all. And they had been given so much respect. And here they are left to fend for themselves. They have to take care of themselves. So this is the life of a traveling preacher. Every day will not be the same. One day you will be wallowing in luxury, and nice prasadams will be served to you 3 times a day. And suddenly you have a place where no prasadam, or you have to fend for yourself like that. So 40 devotees have come. Westerners are there. And the expected crowd for Magha month, that Magha Snan, was 70 lakh people. So 40 devotees this side, they have to serve 70 lakh people who are expected. Not that they will be able to tap everyone, but as many people as possible. They should touch them with the Mahamantra, with their loving, merciful glance, and distribute books as much as possible. Let them hear some Krishna Katha, whatever is possible, and do Kirtan among all these tents like that. The place was crowded with devotees, unimaginable. And sadhus, all kinds of sadhus. Some sadhus will stand in one place, not moving on. They will not open their eyes, or if their eyes are open, it will remain open only. They will be either standing up, or they will be standing upside down, or they will be standing on one hand. They are called anchorites. You can see in the Google, anchorites. They are fixed one place. And that is one kind of tapasya for them. So all these kinds of, and then the Naga Babas, who are naked completely and fully smeared in ashes from top to bottom. And there are people who are carrying trishuls, there are the aghoris, and so many types of people coming. And many of them are in Himalayas all the time. Only during this time they appear and then they disappear. They go back. That's all. Only during this time they come, especially for that snow. So, place is so crowded. And ISKCON devotees also, different batches of different places, they all came and joined for seva, not for this Shahisma. The whole India has come there for the bath. But ISKCON devotees have not come for the bath, for that special bath at that auspicious time. They have all come for serving their Guru Maharaj and preaching. They have all come to take association of Srila Prabhupada. That is the purpose of going to a holy place. You have Srila Prabhupada with you. What else you are going to do by going out in Allahabad, right? So Srila Prabhupada arrived after his Mumbai Calcutta visit, and one devotee said, Prabhupada, I saw some gurus are riding on elephants. You see Shankaracharyas and all, they will be coming huge elephants, well decorated elephants. They will be sitting on that, and people will sometimes they will come in palanquins, and there will be a procession of elephants in honor of them, like that. So someone said, Prabhupada, you should be sitting on that elephant, like that one devotee said. What Prabhupada replied? Any guess? Immediately, spontaneously, what did Prabhupada say? Prabhupada said, I would rather put Radha Krishna there. I don't want to be sitting on there. I will put Radha Krishna. There is a mood of a devotee. Devotee is not hankering for all this kind of respects and honors and glorification from the public. Spontaneously, Prabhupada said, I would rather put Radha Krishna on the elephant. Yeah? So that should be our mood. We should cultivate this kind of mood. Any opportunity should be used for glorifying Krishna, not for our own glorification. Then Srila Prabhupada explained the purpose of visiting holy places. I have already told. Anyone remembers what is the purpose of visiting holy places for people like us? Anyone? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, what is the question, Prabhuji?
Everyone is asleep. Like everyone slept, huh? Or
No,
everyone is away from the...
No, Prabhuji, here only, Prabhuji, thinking what to answer.
Okay. So someone tell the question for Mataji, because she's not well actually. Someone can repeat the question?
Why do we go to holy places?
Yes. Why should we go to holy places?
Spiritual
People like
Dham, Prabhuji, spiritual
Adaka.
Dham.
Huh?
Spiritual Dham of Krishna, Radha Krishna, like that.
Any
That
holy,
holy places.
any holy place, including the holy Dham of Krishna. Yes.
That
any
we will
holy
be purified if we go to that place, and if we see that place, if we stay in that place, we'll by just seeing we'll get purified, Prabhuji. So, and we'll get the blessings of the Lord, the Srimati Radharani
Thank
and
God.
Krishna.
Thank God.
So,
Thank you, Mataji. Others have any other points?
Prabhuji, now you mention, Prabhuji, we go to holy places for the association of devotees.
Exactly. That's the only purpose an aspiring devotee should go. As sadhakas, our only aim is to get association of pure devotees. And in holy places, they will be there, but they won't be advertising. I am a holy man. You have come here, take my association. You won't find such boards or signboards like that. You have to search out. When you are in a holy place, you must search out. Where are these holy people? Whose association I should take? Of course, you should not take Mayavadi's association rather. You won't become confused. That you should find a place where you will get Krishna Katha, pure, undistilled, loving pastimes of Krishna, that you should be able to hear. So we should go to holy places only to get association of people. Otherwise, visiting a holy place and thinking this river water dip will purify me or the darshan of this stone deity that will purify me. That kind of thinking is called, such a person is called Gokaraha. He is compared to an animal, a person who doesn't know beyond, going to a holy place thinking, oh, this place is holy, this water is holy, this temple deity is holy. And for that reason, if they visit places, they are considered to be not better than animals. So what is important? You go to these places and seek out holy men and you take their association. So if you have the association of holy men, wherever you are, then there is really no need to hanker to go to these places. Rather, if you go to these places, you should go in the association of devotees. You know, when somebody is arranging a nice yatra and they are taking you to these holy places, then you can join with them and go. So that way, it's a great value because you will go there and you'll be hearing Krishna Katha only all the time. That way you can go. But other than that, there is no other purpose for visiting a holy place. Okay. So, and Prabhupada explained that we come here only to take association of holy men here. And of course, as Veena Mataji says, those places have got their own spiritual currents, but you cannot access that except by remaining in the right mood. And that right mood is created in the association of saintly people who are living there. So Prabhupada explained Kumbh Mela. In the beginning, I asked you, anyone knows about this Kumbh Mela? Kumbh Mela is a time when there is a particular configuration of planets in the sky. It happens once in 12 years. That particular configuration looks like a kumbha, like a jug. The planets are arranged in such a shape, like a jug. And that jug is considered as nectar jug, the jug of nectar which belongs to Indra. And at that particular moment of time, one drop of nectar falls into the water. And anyone who takes bath at that time in the water, they get liberation. So this is the belief. And that is why so many people from Himalayas, people who are totally renunciants, and also grihasthas and young men, women, everyone congregate at that place, at that confluence of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. They want to take bath. And that way they get purified and get liberated. And so the devotees asked Prabhupada, is it true, Prabhupada, that we will be liberated by taking bath? What did Prabhupada reply? Guess. Quick guess.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, yes.
We took shelter of holy name. We don't want liberation.
Correct. So exactly. So what Prabhupada said, it is true that you get liberation, but we are not interested in liberation. Why? We want to serve Radha Krishna. We want to enter into the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And Prabhupada said, as devotees, we are already liberated. For a devotee, both liberation, bhukti and mukti. Bhukti means material enjoyment. Mukti means liberation. Both of them are begging at the feet of the devotee, please accept me in your service. So the devotee says, I don't care for you. I don't need you. Why? Because devotee's mind is one-pointed. Please ask yourself, are we becoming one-pointed in our focus? Or are we also getting distracted by these things? Oh, it will be nice if I have some siddhis. Sometimes we will think, no, if I have the siddhi of walking on water, how nice it will be. Or if I have the siddhi of walking on fire, and the fire will not burn me, then I can preach very powerfully. I will tell people, look, because of chanting Hare Krishna, water will not drown me, fire will not burn me. All of you chant Mahamantra, everybody will chant. So like that we may think, if I have siddhis, I can preach nicely. Is it not true? What do you think?
Yes, Prabhuji. I totally agree, Prabhuji. Pranams, Prabhuji. Because so that we can change people's mindset and ask them to take Krishna consciousness.
Okay, now I have one question for you. Do you think Prabhupada could not walk on water?
No, Prabhuji. Prabhupada had all that, Prabhuji, because in some...
but why he did not do anything?
Because if that will deviate us, Prabhuji, so that we will be... It is almost like a sense gratification. Like we will be enjoying that. We may deviate from our path. That
is one point. Second point is, supposing you have those skills, can you turn people to Krishna using those powers? That is important. For you
No,
to,
Prabhuji. Our bhakti might not increase in turn decrease, Prabhuji.
not only our bhakti, supposing you use it as a preaching tool by telling people, look, I am a devotee and I have got all these powers. So you become a devotee, you will get these powers. Is it a good preaching technique? Will it turn people towards Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji, because most of the people
No,
are
Prabhuji.
conditioned souls or material people, so they will get easily attracted by this kind of powers only. So that kind of preaching will help many material people.
So that kind of devotees will make good devotees? If
No,
you,
Prabhuji. We
I
should not
don't know,
show to
Prabhuji.
them, Prabhuji, like what are siddhis we have. Internally, we should that siddhis, if we get like changing their mindset and all that, that is okay, Prabhuji, but not like walking on the water and
do you
doing
think
all that.
do you think Krishna doesn't have the power to change mindsets of people?
Yes, Prabhuji, he has,
Yes,
but
Prabhuji.
I don't think Prabhupada needs that kind of preaching to material people like this to get to walk on the water, to show them what kind of power that generally material and normal yogis only will do all this kind of yogic powers with the yogic powers. Prabhupada doesn't need all this kind of yogic powers to prove people that he can do all this and to attract them.
So that is not the way to preach. Prabhupada has asked many times, Prabhupada, what miracles have you performed? We have seen so many sadhus or yogis, they perform so many miracles. Like I said, walking on fire or pulling an aeroplane with their teeth, something like that. Or they are allowing a truck to run over their body, nothing happens to them. What miracle you have done? Prabhupada, my only miracle is I have transformed hippies into happies. Look at them. Look at the way they were 6 months back and see what they are now. I made hippies into happies. Prabhupada can perform, what can I say? Any miracle that you want, Prabhupada can. Do you have any doubt? Imagine a manjari from the spiritual world is equal to Krishna. Please understand. In the spiritual world, everybody is equal to Krishna. Please understand that. Don't think in the spiritual world there is Taratamya. Somebody greater, somebody lower. Spiritual world, they all have sarshti. We talk about 5 types of, anyway, we will not spend more time on that. But I want to tell you this one message. Don't think bhakti can be bestowed by any means other than bhakti. One should have sufficient bhakti sukruti to get shraddha, bhakti shraddha. Only when somebody has bhakti shraddha and they come into sadhu sangha and they perform bhajana kriya, then only anartha nivritti will happen. Are you understanding these terms, or people are not familiar with these terms?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Understand. Hare.
Yes, Prabhuji.
All of you understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Can I ask some doubt,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, in this regard?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I always think like Prabhuji, Krishna is very eager to take us back to Godhead. So sometimes when we start preaching also, they are not ready to take up Krishna consciousness. So I always think, Prabhuji, like why we are spending so much time, because in Bhagavad Gita it is said that antavattu phalam tesh, that whatever once punya and papa, everything is completed, only then he can take that come to bhakti. So sometimes I don't know.
Papam, janana punya karmana. Yeah, correct.
So I always think, Prabhuji, then
Hare
what is Krishna saying,
Prabhuji?
Prabhuji?
Last time when we had the class, the last Sunday, they said that Prabhupada will, Krishna will empower people who wants to preach to general public. Like he will give the empowerment to the people. So we have to first pray Guru and Krishna before preaching, so that they will empower us to change the people. Even the normal people who worship demigod, Sai Baba, so many, even in my group, my friends group, they mostly worship only Sai Baba. Every day they will post about Sai Baba and Muruga, Vinayaga, Ambal.
So what you are saying, Mataji, we should get empowered, correct?
Yes,
so the empowerment,
Krishna will give the empowerment if we have the real.
I will complete that, Mataji, because we have a little scarcity of time also. Please keep your answers and questions brief so that we will save on.
Okay.
So empowerment is very much there, provided the devotee is ready for it. They will not empower all and sundry, because I may want to preach for my own glorification. I want to bring 100 devotees so that everybody will say, hey, he has made 100 devotees. If I have that kind of ambition, they will not empower me. The empowerment comes only when you completely surrender. You have no more personal ambitions. You only want to serve the Guru Maharaj out of gratitude. It is because of my Guru that he has saved me. And how can I reciprocate? That mood, if I have, they will empower me, not others. So Siddhi, Iddhi and all that, it's all complete nonsense. It has nothing to do with bhakti. Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kami, Sakale, Ashanta. Krishna Bhakta, Nishkama, Sagale, Shanta. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Bhukti means material enjoyment. Siddhi means Ashtama Siddhis, these mystic powers. And Mukti is liberation. Anyone who desires any of these things, Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Bhukti, Mukti, Kami, Sakale, Ashanta, they are never peaceful. If you have this kind of a desire, they are called Kami. They have some desire. Krishna Bhakta, Nishkama. A devotee of Krishna has no calm. And he only attains peace. So please, if you have such thoughts that maybe it will help me if I get some powers like this, even to desire that, oh, I want power of articulation. I want to speak nicely so that I can make devotees. Even that is calm. That is also calm only. We don't need anything. We need only simplicity. We need purity. That is what will help us. We need to have that love for Krishna in our heart. We should have love for Guru in our heart. That is the only qualification required. And any other qualification, if you think, then you are not in that right platform. Am I making sense? Anyone has any doubts?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, if Prabhupada wanted everybody to become Krishna conscious, no? So if on his part, if we also want other souls who are suffering in material enjoyment, if we want to talk about Prabhupada and Krishna and make them come towards Krishna consciousness, is that bhukti, mukti, or some kind of sense enjoyment, Prabhuji, from our part?
You should know, Mataji, what is sense gratification. Desire for any kind of sense gratification, including desire for name and fame, power and position, respect and honor. That is all bhukti.
No, yes, all those is material sense gratification.
Yeah, so
but
that we have to only question ourselves. In the name of Krishna consciousness, am I seeking the same things? I have rejected material sense gratification. Now I have come to Krishna consciousness. Am I looking for the same things? Am I missing those things after coming to Krishna consciousness? That I want people to respect me, glorify me, worship me as a supreme Guru, Jagat Guru. Am I wanting that? The way Prabhupada was honored, do I also want that kind of honor? We have to question ourselves. It's not easy. It won't go away easily. Prabhupada says there is a last snare of Maya. The puja, labha, pratishtha. That desire will not easily go. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati also strongly speaks to his disciples. Give up this desire for honor. Give it up. So when we are preaching, why are we not so effective? It's because we want honor. If someone neglects us, if someone doesn't care for us, if I am showing the books and people are not buying it, I lose interest to go the next day. I am seeing, oh, people are not responding. Or if some devotee is successful in book distribution, I become envious instead of becoming happy. That's a sign that there's a problem in my heart. Am I making sense, Mataji? Everyone understanding? So
Yes,
that
yes, Prabhuji.
you have to introspect. Is there a touch of envy in my heart if another devotee is glorified? Especially a more junior devotee gets more glorification. I'm more senior. I'm not getting that glorification. Somebody is appreciated for speaking nicely. Somebody appreciated for singing nicely. Somebody appreciated for book distribution. Somebody appreciated for deity seva, like cooking services and all that. I should not become envious. I should become happy. It is not easy. So we should know at least what defects I am having. Overcoming is another story. But at least to become aware of my weakness is very, very important. So when you all said it would be good to have these powers, that means you are underestimating the power of bhakti. You are thinking that bhakti can be substituted by any other thing. If you feel there are other methods also to make people become devotee, that means we are saying bhakti alone is not enough. But what we have learned from Rupa Goswami, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukuliyena krishna anushilan, anya abhilashita shunyam, we should know their desire. Only bhakti begets bhakti. Only bhakta can give devotion. Nobody else can give bhakti. So please understand the power. Bhakti Devi is Radharani. She is the controller of bhakti. So there is nothing greater than her. She is the greatest power that controls Krishna. Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna is attractor of the Cupid also. But she is the attractor of Cupid. She is most powerful. So we should never think that there is another way I can make somebody a devotee. That means I am not a devotee yet. If I think there are other means to make somebody a devotee, that means I have not become a devotee yet. I should focus on that. I am not having sufficient strength of faith in the Bhakti. Bhakti Devi is independent. She goes to anyone she wants. That is, and you cannot force her. You cannot force her. She is completely independent. Similarly, a devotee is also completely independent. He carries Bhakti Devi in his heart. He can give. So we should understand the power of sadhu, of a bhakta. Prabhupada says sadhu means bhakta only. No one else should be called sadhu. So that's why I'm using the term sadhu interchangeably. Sadhu means devotee only. Nobody else can be called sadhu. Yes, Prabhupada says. Only a devotee is called sadhu. So we should not underestimate the power of these devotees. That's why in O He Vaishnava Thakura, anyone knows this song?
I heard this
Heard,
Prabhuji
Prabhuji.
in a class, but I that
Please
time
try-
we used to the meaning, but fully I
Please
forgot.
try to read these Vaishnava song book. These songs you should memorize. They are very powerful songs. Know the meaning also. Know the meaning and you will know, oh, what a powerful song. If you read the Vaishnava songs, practically all of them are in Bengali, but translations are there. And if you read that, you'll be shaken to the core, the power of these songs. Krishna te tomara, Krishna te paro, tomara shakati ache. He's singing to the Vaishnava Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is glorifying Vaishnava Thakur. He's saying, Krishna is with you, and you have the power to give Krishna to anyone. Krishna te paro, tomara shakati ache. You can give Krishna to other person. That is your power. Krishna doesn't stand in the way. A Vaishnava Thakur has Krishna in him, and he can give Krishna to anyone he wants. So what he says, Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli, Dai Tava Pache Pache. He sings, I don't have Krishna. So I am shouting Krishna, Krishna, but I am not running behind Krishna. I am running behind you, O He Vaishnava Thakur. So you run behind Vaishnava Thakur and he can deliver Krishna to you. Krishna will not object. When Vaishnava Thakur presents Krishna to you, Krishna will not object. Krishna says, I am his property. He can do anything with me. So please understand, never underestimate the power of bhakti or never equate anything else to the power of bhakti. Bhukti, mukti, siddhi, these are all entanglements in the material world. Bhakti alone is a liberator. Everything else is entangler. They are all material. Bhakti alone is transcendental. So please, always put bhakti on a special platform and completely ignore bhukti, mukti, siddhi. They are called witches. Witches, they enchant you. They enchant you to destroy you. That is why they are called witches. They will enchant by their power. They will finally push you into hell. So bhakti stands on a very, very special platform. And today, on the day of Radharani's appearance day, let us take it deeply into our heart that there is nothing which can be compared to the power of bhakti. And we should seek nothing other than bhakti, even for preaching purpose, even to serve Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj. You see the life of Prabhupada. Where did he try to do any kind of miracles or demand any extra facility? Even Jesus Christ did not ask. Jesus Christ, tomorrow he is going to be crucified. He's praying to his Father. He's saying, Father, I don't want to be crucified. It will be a very painful experience. But let thy will be done. Father, let thy will be done. Whatever you want, let it happen. If you want that I should be killed on the crucifix, let it happen. A devotee will never invoke powers. And Jesus also told these people, he is telling, oh, you faithless people, do you think my Father is powerless? I have to just, once I have to call upon him, and he will send legions of angels. What is that? Legions of angels to protect me. That is the faith of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ says, if I just call upon my Supreme Father, he will send armies of angels to protect me. You fools, what can you do to me? You cannot hurt me. Socrates, you know Socrates' story? How he died?
They
Yeah.
gave him poison, Prabhuji. Like they gave him poison.
So what did he say when he took the poison?
You can only kill my body, but you cannot kill my soul.
He said, if you want to kill me, you should catch me first. That's what he said, and he drank the poison. So if you want to kill me, you should catch me first. And who can catch the soul? That's what is good. So Jesus Christ, see, these people are all very powerful people. So we should take the lessons from them. So ultimately, our desire should never take precedence over the will of Krishna. So that is what is called merging with Krishna. How do you merge with Krishna? By aligning your will with the will of Krishna. Father, let thy will be done. That is called alignment. That way we should align ourselves. Okay. So Prabhupada explained.
Krishna Prabhuji, I have one doubt. When Krishna wanted Jesus to be crucified and when Jesus was having so much pain, when other devotees like Haridas Thakur and so many other devotees who were tortured by other people, but Krishna took all the pain from those pure devotees. But when Jesus was crucified, how could Krishna leave him to bear the pain?
No,
was the pain not taken?
Why do you say that Jesus suffered?
You said no, Prabhuji, I don't want to. There's no like Jesus, I have to go so much pain, so I don't want to die. Jesus said. So
that is what Jesus prayed the previous day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't undergo the pain.
I made it a little dramatic. Jesus said, Father, I want this cup to be removed from my lip. This cup which is coming, I want it to be removed. That is my desire. But see, is it not glorious? You should appreciate Jesus Christ for this mood, what he is displaying. I personally, that means my body doesn't want it. My body doesn't want to be hurt. But my soul says, let thy will be done. So here Jesus is clearly distinguishing body and soul. My body is afraid, but my soul says nothing doing, let Father's will be done. We should also separate our body from the soul, sometime or the other, through bhakti. We are not doing bhakti, Mataji, for a comfortable life in this material world, are we?
No, Prabhuji, definitely. If we want to be comfortable, we cannot do bhakti at all, Prabhuji.
Correct. So same way you should see Jesus Christ. So you should see Jesus Christ as such an advanced soul. Bhishmadev, he's lying on a bed of arrows. Was it paining or not? He's a pure devotee of the Lord. So the Lord can deal any way he wants with his devotees. That is called surrender. Krishna, you do anything with me. I know you are my well-wisher. When the doctor, a cancer patient goes to the doctor will cut to the body, one thing. They will burn the body. Cut to the body in the name of radiation and poison the body in the name of chemotherapy. So cut, burn, poison. This is the treatment for cancer. But the cancer patient loves the doctor, correct? They have so much faith in the doctor. But we don't have so much faith in Krishna. That is our problem. When he cuts you, you cry, why Krishna you are doing? Am I not your devotee? Why you are cutting? But Krishna knows best. We should have complete faith in that. It's okay, Mataji, I cannot answer better than. we should try to come to that standard. We should try to reach standard. We should rise. We should rise. By seeing the example of Jesus Christ, we should not think, oh, Jesus Christ was suffering. How can he suffer? A pure devotee like him, do you think the Lord will allow him to suffer? How the Lord will? We should never have doubt. Avasya Rakhibe Krishna. We should have that faith. Krishna will always protect. Krishna will always go through.
See, what was can kill my body, but what was the other word, Prabhuji? You said like I want my soul to be surrendered to you, is it?
No, I'm telling you. See, he's saying two things. One thing he's saying, this suffering gives me fear. I want to avoid it. That means he's speaking from the bodily platform. That this body wants to avoid pain. But he's speaking from the soul point of view. He's saying, but I want your will to be done. That means he's telling God, don't change your mind for me.
Okay.
God, don't change your mind for my sake. Let your will be done. So rather he's telling God, he's giving an order to God. God, don't execute my will. Execute your will. The devotee is ordering God. Because out of love for me, don't interfere. I know you love me so much, but don't interfere with this. If it was your plan that I should die on the cross, let it be like that. Let it happen. Are you getting the point?
Yes, yes.
This is the mood of a devotee. 22 marketplaces. Haridas Thakur was happy to undergo that. No problem. And fire demon is attacking Ambarish Maharaj. He's not bothered. He's not bothered. He's not even taking one step backward to protect himself. He's not trying it. Devotees are totally surrendered. They're not afraid. Devotees are fully confident of God's protection. They know God will protect. Without God's permission, no one can harm me. Right? Who can harm a devotee? Without the God's permission. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Khe, Mare Krishna, Rakhe Khe. Write it down.
Hare Krishna. I have one more doubt. In one lecture, I heard that Yadus of Krishna's the generation, all his sons and grandsons, were having a proud mentality, saying that nobody can kill them.
I think we are deviating. It's my fault only. I deviated a lot. But don't encourage me to deviate more.
At least in next, you please tell me, Prabhuji.
No. I may not be able to answer all the questions. But based on whatever I have answered, you should take the lesson. So what one word I will tell you, all the associates of Krishna are his eternal associates. Whoever came in the Krishna Leela as his family members, etc., they are all his eternal associates. Eternal associates means they are all puppets in the hands of Krishna. They will do exactly what Krishna wants them to do. They will do nothing other than that. So whatever doubt you have, with this point, try to convince yourself. This is the point. The pure devotees of Krishna, thus, eternal associates of Krishna, they are fully aligned with Krishna's will. They will not will something which is not Krishna's will. So if they display something like Bhishma, why did he fight on the side of Duryodhana? The answer is Krishna wanted it. So whatever they do, whatever Krishna. Why does Radharani become angry with Krishna? Okay, now let us at least get into this point. Why does Radharani often get angry with Krishna? Anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I have already answered this question just now, but let me see.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I think Krishna enjoys that rasa of Radharani.
That's all. So this is the answer to Veena Mataji's question. Veena Mataji, you are listening?
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhuji, I'm listening.
You are listening. So someone gets angry with Krishna, supposed to be a pure devotee. Why does a pure devotee become angry with Krishna? Because Krishna wants it. That's why they become. A pure devotee becomes envious of somebody. Why they do it? Because Krishna wants it. So you never try to analyze the behavior of pure devotees of Krishna. Pure devotees, Kriya, Mudra, no one can understand. So don't try. Don't try to analyze. You may cause offense. So never try to analyze. So as you only told very correctly in the beginning, we should take the instructions and we should try to implement the instructions. If you try to understand the Kriya, Mudra, the behavior of pure devotees, you may come to wrong conclusions. So I hope that settles the point, Mataji. So let me try to quickly complete this one slide at least, so that we don't have to revisit this slide tomorrow. This Allahabad, now we are in Allahabad, and it is an important place for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Why? Because of Rupa Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to this Allahabad, and he has also met Rupa Goswami here, and he instructed Rupa Goswami in the Abhideya process. And he instructed Rupa Goswami. So it's a very, very important place. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami. If you remember the beginning days of our Leelam, Prabhupada's businessman, he shifted his whole family from Calcutta to Allahabad, and he started a pharmacy called Prayaga Pharmacy, through which he was marketing the Bose chemicals, medicines, Ayurvedic medicines through this Prayaga Pharmacy. And Motilal Nehru was a customer, even Jawaharlal Nehru. So he was really big. He had a big car purchase, and he was using it for his rides and all. So that was a big thing, Allahabad life. So Prabhupada has lived there. And what's more, Prabhupada helped Gaudiya Math to build a temple in Allahabad. And then when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he visited Allahabad to open that temple, Prabhupada was there. And someone proposed, please initiate Abhay Charan. And immediately he said, yes, I will initiate him. Why? Anyone remembers? Let me see.
He has the taste to hear.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. You pleased me so much. If no one had answered, my heart would have broken. Thank you so much. Yeah. So he said he likes to hear. Because see, I don't see all of you. So maybe some of you are doing other chores. I don't blame you. While your attendance is very much here, but some of you may be attending to other things. So sometimes you may miss out on some very important points also. So that's why, but this is very, very important. That Saraswati Thakur said, he likes to hear. So I will initiate. Behind that, there is another story. Does anyone know that story? If you just say you know the story, enough. You don't have to tell me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You know that story. Thank you so much. So that's what it is. So, okay, we'll move on. So Prabhupada was initiated here. And John Grazer, you will remember, he is a photographer who came on some professional purpose, but he's now moving with Prabhupada. He has also come to know Kumbh Mela here. And he saw all the sadhus and their attitude towards Westerners. Practically all the sadhus were hating Westerners. Very rarely he saw Westerners there, and he saw Prabhupada's mood. So he understood how different Prabhupada is from all the other sadhus and saintly people what I see here. They have this clear mood of Indian versus Westerner, but Prabhupada doesn't have that. So when some of the devotees started criticizing these people who are here, either the pilgrims or the sadhus, Prabhupada corrected them. Don't think like that. Many of them are pure souls. They live in Himalayas. They only come for this and they will return. They come for actually giving darshan and to guide people. So don't have critical mentality. Prabhupada corrects them every time. And Prabhupada told, of course, we have not come here for liberation. We are not like them. We are already liberated as devotees. And Prabhupada did Mangalarti, as usual, 4 o'clock. And devotees could not get up because I told you already, no heating. So cold, so cold, so cold, so foggy, raining. And where is the water? Water is so ice cold. Either you have to go to the pump and take cold water, or you have to go to walk to Ganga and take bath. So some senior devotees of Prabhupada, they were doing that. They were waking up 3:30. In that foggy day, they would go to the Ganga river and take bath. Some of them would go to the pump and take. But some devotees would sleep, not able to get up. So this happened. Then Prabhupada noticed it, and he was having a fever, Prabhupada. But still he went under the pump and he took the cold water bath. And everybody got the message. And from that moment, nobody missed Mangalarti. Everybody got. So this is the way a leader will inspire, right? And okay, so daily Prabhupada would give Bhagavatam class. Ajamila story continues. I wanted to speak about it, but lack of time, I will not do. All of you know Ajamila story, so that's what it is. So the day remained foggy, drizzling, no sun. Prabhupada's body doesn't take it. Prabhupada wants sun. Sun's energy he directly takes in his body through massage, and he sits in the sun. But unfortunately, that was not available. And devotees were feeling so much disturbance because no facilities only. All kinds of problems. But they saw Prabhupada. He was transcendent. And by seeing him, devotees also became content. By seeing Prabhupada, our Guru is like that. All these discomforts don't trouble him at all. He is also sleeping without any heating. He is also waking up early in the morning. He is participating in the same program, eating the same food. So peaceful. So they thought we should become. So just see how Guru Maharaj inspires the disciples. We should have that mood. From our Guru, we should get inspiration. Just think about His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. What ailment is not weak. How much he has surrendered himself for the preaching purpose to his mother. So we have to see that. So devotees were disturbed. And every day morning, the devotees would go after the morning program, chanting Nagar Kirtan. Through all these camps and tents, they will go. And the people would join them. Thousands of pilgrims would join them. Because other than that, everywhere Mayavad. Some philosophy, some lecture happening in different camps. But only these devotees, American devotees, are doing Nagar Sankirtan. And Prabhupada would go in front with his transcendental form and his effulgence. Prabhupada will go in front chanting with his kartal, and devotees will be dancing and jumping behind him and following. So many thousands of people chanted Hare Krishna just by seeing that. And many of them followed them to the camp, and they took darshan of the Radha Krishna deities, and they heard Prabhupada's lecture. They took prasadam, what was distributed. So like that, they all got special mercy. They came for liberation, but they're getting the inputs of bhakti, actually. So the pilgrims are enlivened. They created the greatest stir in the whole camp area, our devotees, ISKCON devotees. So other tents were not like that. So even people in the other tents of sadhus, they would also come and join these devotees. So Srila Prabhupada emphasized that in such places, preaching is not all that important. No philosophy, no lecture, only kirtan. Let people hear kirtan, let them take darshana for Radha Krishna deities and feed them sumptuous prasad. So that's what Prabhupada advised them. That's exactly what they did. They cooked for 800, 900 devotees every day with all the limitations doing. They still did that, which pleased Prabhupada very much. So with this, we close the day and we will continue with other slides next. Now, if anyone has any questions, you please ask me. But don't deviate too much from what we are talking. Otherwise, we will never be able to move much. Anything you want to say?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, initially when talking about Manjaris, say Prabhupada's Manjari, and I at that time only I joined, so I didn't collect.
Why don't you join Mataji 6:30? Please try to join on time because it's very difficult to repeat everything, Mataji. So, what did you want to know about Manjaris?
We were talking about Manjaris, Prabhupada's Manjari, you said.
Yeah.
So,
yes, correct. I cannot stop it. So, Prabhupada is a Manjari, exactly. That's what I was saying.
okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Our parampara itself is a parampara of Manjaris. So,
Manjari is the Tulasi on top, that Manjari will come. You're talking about that Manjari, Prabhuji?
That also represents, correct. That's also because Tulsi Maharani is actually Bhakti Devi. She represents Bhakti. So Manjari also represents devotees. So Manjaris are basically the residents of Goloka, and they are little girls in the age group of 10 to 11. They are like that. Sakhis are in the age group of 13, 14, and Manjaris are in the age group of 10 to 11. And they take part in the most intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna because they are very innocent. They are just like bird. So they have the closest entry into Radha Krishna pastimes. And these are the Manjaris who incarnated in Chaitanya Leela as our Shad Goswamis and various other devotees, our whole parampara, like if you take Bhakti Vinod Thakur, or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, or Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, they are all Manjaris. Every one of them is a Manjari. So like that, we know the names also of all these devotees, Manjari names. Only for Srila Prabhupada, we don't know the Manjari name, but we have the confirmation that he is a Manjari also. Yeah? Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you very much, Prabhuji. You have
Thank you.
cleared it out clearly. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Great.
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank